What is up, guys? I'm Ace Crypto. Thank you very much for joining me for another video. We're going to talk about Twitter's rebrand to X. So let's jump on in. So I found a really super interesting thread all about the rebranding by Alex Valatis. Super interesting follow, guys. A very insightful thread. So I just wanted to run through it really quickly with you guys because it's valuable information, this one. Rebranding from Twitter to X was a brilliant business move by Elon Musk. A lot of people think this was a mistake, but they couldn't be more wrong. So let's see what he has to say on this one. Let's begin by understanding Twitter's business model as a social media platform. Twitter drives new users to its site. It convinces these users to have more sessions by serving engaging content. So the more people that come back for more sessions, basically, and then the revenue will be by selling those eyeballs to advertisers. So this is why you spend a long time on the site and then people pay to advertise on the site. Very simple. More eyes, more money. Social media companies like Meta have grown to nearly $1 trillion in valuation with the same business model, yet Twitter is only acquired for $44 billion by Elon Musk. Why has Twitter not been able to drive as much revenue as Meta? Well, scroll on down a little bit and we can basically see that Twitter has a fundamental cap on the number of people it appeals to. Aside from all the degenerate activity on the site, the reality is that Twitter is the most highbrow social platform in the world. So basically what it's talking about is Twitter has reached its natural limit. So all the people that want to use Twitter already use Twitter, and if you don't want to use Twitter, you don't. So basically you're saying it's the highbrow social media, as in like all the people who are already on Twitter are the people that will continue to use Twitter no matter what, and more users are going to be very difficult for them to come by. Twitter has also never done a good job of monetizing its 300 million users, not like Meta did. Meta markets everywhere, it monetizes all its users super well. We all know Facebook ads and all the rest of it, so it's super interesting to see that they weren't able to do the same thing. The problem when ads is 90% of your revenue, when it's 90% of your revenue and you're not squeezing it to its maximum potential, you're not going to be making the money. This is why Twitter is a losing battle at the moment. So for the better part of a decade, Twitter's growth stagnated on users and ad revenue. It was reflected in the share price, which was actually higher in 2013 than 2023, whereas Meta's stock went up 10x in that time. So obviously Meta continued the monetization, whereas Twitter didn't. Something to consider there. Scroll on down a little bit. Once Elon completed the purchase of Twitter, he had two options to recoup his investment. Either stay as a social media platform and increase the user base and the ad revenue from the platform, or use Twitter's data and social graph to build a new company that could be even more valuable. So basically, now we're going to talk about what type of companies are going to be more valuable. Choosing option one was always going to be a losing battle. Brightest minds in Silicon Valley have failed to fix these problems over the past decade, and nothing has really worked. So number two is pretty much only option. Rebrand. So basically, he's talking, how do we turn Twitter into a 50 million... One day be worth 500 million, 50 million. It'd be worth a lot more than that, considering he paid 44 billion for it. Don't know what that bit's about. Anyway, moving on. Don't listen to that bit. So basically, he's talking about an AI model there. It is like use the Twitter data to create an AI algorithm that basically is going to come out at the other end as a ChatGPT competitor. Interesting, but probably isn't going to do the money. But a generative AI company is still thinking too small. What else could a company become that would justify 100 billion plus valuation? Well, PayPal. Payments. What else in the world could possibly pull more revenue than payments? Exactly. So basically, he's got a halfway in between, because he was one of the co-founders of PayPal in the early 90s. So he's already got a good comprehension of how payment companies work. Get users to attach their credit cards by aggressively pushing a paid subscription service like Blue. So all our credit cards and all our data is already ready on the Twitter servers, ready to just up and start running this payment system. Leverage the social graph to automatically connect people. Bonus, have a history of building one of the biggest payment companies of all time, PayPal. So everything, or X.com, was originally his dream a number of years ago in the late 90s. So basically what he was going to make was essentially a wallet. Is what he was a crypto wallet. A little bit different to how crypto wallets work, but essentially that's all he was self-custody of your own digital cash. which sounds to me a lot like a crypto wallet. We have come leaps and bounds since then in terms of technology, so we are able to actually put these implement these into place like proper wallets and things. So basically what he's saying there is you need to rebrand. How do you get the money, essentially? But of course, to pull this all off, you would need a lot of capital. So how would you get the capital? Basically, what he's saying is you strip the name, the brand, the color, and everything else as quickly as possible. You need money. You need the money haul the previous brand so that you could sell the new brand, sell the new narrative, essentially, is what he's saying there. I'm sure it says it somewhere. The Everything app. Now, this is a narrative you can sell to the public markets, especially when you're one of the greatest businessmen / visionaries of all time. So basically what he's saying here is the transition into a everything app was fundamentally needed to save Twitter, because the ad revenue, I don't think Elon Musk wanted to push the ad revenue as far, because he realizes that, you know, the more ads are all over his site, the less people want to actually use the site. So the less monetization there is in general, the better for pretty much everyone who uses the platform for free. So going to be super interesting to find out in the future, guys. I hope this was super insightful. I definitely want to give a shout out to Alex there. Very, very insightful thread, guys. Go and give this guy a follow. Go give him a retweet, because I think this is vitally, vitally important for the future. So this is just a bit of a breakdown as to what Elon Musk's plans are and how he's going to do this. So basically change over to a payment system or a payments app, which he's been known to have made many, many times in the past. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope that was an interesting one. We'll see you in the next one.